Ash, we are so excited to celebrate you today. You have had such a positive impact on everyone you come into contact with. Here are some messages from just a few of the people that love and care about you so much.
What I love most about Jake is that he has the biggest heart out of anybody I've ever met. Even when he was so mean when he was little, he's got such a good heart.
Ash is probably one of the most loving people that I know. She loves everybody and cares about everybody. She really is sincere and is just as sweet. It doesn't matter who you are or what it is. She's as sweet and kind to the least person on the street as she is to somebody in her family. She's just a loving, giving person.
I love that she knows what she wants and that she isn't ever worried about what other people think. She makes her own decisions and stuff like that instead of following along with everyone else.
Okay, my favorite thing about Ashlee and Jake is that Jake has a lot of funny stories, you know, and he tells them a lot because they're so good. I'm sure Ashlee's heard them all like 100 times, but she still laughs so hard every time. Like sometimes she laughs until she cries, and I think that's one of the best things ever.
My favorite thing about Jake is that he has dreams and he works really hard to achieve them, and it's really neat to see.
I admire her kindness, her friendship, her attitude towards life, and her relaxed personality.
She's smart and always good with kids.
What I love about Ashlee is that I love that she's my aunt. I'm grateful that she's my aunt because she always is like really kind and nice and friendly to others.
Well, I think they met each other at a young age and they've been together ever since. So I'm thinking their wedding and everything their life should work out really good for them. And I don't think that could ever change. They seem like they really care about each other.
Oh, Ashlee is such a sweetheart. She is so kind and so giving. She's so sweet to me, I can't help but just love her to pieces. And she makes the best chocolate chip cookies.
That's true.
I love the way she loves her nieces and nephews and just the family and everyone. And she's so kind and sweet.
I love Ashlee because she's super supportive. She always has my back no matter what. She's really funny and I always can count on her to make me smile. And I just think she's an all-around great friend.
I like the way that he treats Ashlee. I always feel like he's treated her like a princess, and that he's like a big kid.
He's my other son. I don't know. He just is always kind to me and to Ashlee, even though I've heard stories about how he hasn't always been that way, but he's always nice to us.
Oh man, Jacques Pichea. My favorite thing about Jake is that not only is he a good teammate, but we can always laugh, and he's someone that I can relate to, and always, no matter what we're doing, we can have a good time together. So.
She's really nice to me whenever she babysits me, and I love her, and I hope that she has a very good marriage.
I love how hard and dedicated she was to dancing and is to dancing. She still teaches, and she showed me what hard work is, because dancing is truly hard work.
I love Jake because he's always been more of an example to me than what I probably should have been to him.
Well, I love everything about Jake and Ashlee. I love how funny Jake is. He's hilarious, one of the funniest people I know. And I also love how Ashlee watches the same shows as me. That's awesome. And all three of us are Game of Thrones fans, so that's what I love about them. And I love how good of friends they are. And they're always there when someone needs to talk to them. So that's definitely what I love about them.
The way she loves Jake and the faithfulness and how much she makes Jake happy.
What I love about Jake and Ashlee is how adoring they are to each other, how much they love each other, and how good they are to each other. True love.
The thing that I admire about Ashlee and Jake is their dedication and drive in everything that they do, everything that they accomplish. Ashlee trying to be a doctor, and Jake with football and trying to be a teacher. I think it's awesome, the example and stuff you guys set for everybody around you, especially the younger kids and all of us too. It's an amazing example to us, and that desire and drive will get you everywhere you guys want to go in life with careers and your family, and it's amazing to watch, and just the way you guys take care of each other and support each other is awesome.
The biggest thing is probably the way they love all their friends, because you can tell they love each other a lot, but they actually have a lot of great friendships, and they've kept them for a long time, just as long as they've been dating. Like, they have a lot of long-lasting friends and stuff like that. So I think that's a good quality to have.
Jake, I love that big guy. I love the way he treats Ashlee. I call him the Pied Piper. When he's around, all the little kids chase him, play with him. He'd rather play with the little kids than be with the adults, and I just love that in him, and mostly the way he treats Ashlee, takes care of her.
My favorite thing about Jake has a lot to do with the type of person that he is. I think he's incredibly reliable, trustworthy. I feel like if I was ever in a jam, if there was ever any type of emergency, he would be the first that I know that he would respond if I ever reached out to him in need. And that's got to be one of my favorite things. And then also speaking to his character as a walk-on and Division I athlete, there's a level of tenacity and a level of, mental toughness that I think Jake has in spades. And I've always admired how he's always going to put in the work that is required of him and do it willingly and cheerfully. And he's a major blessing on the team for that, and a major blessing as a person to have a friend like that. So,
typically whenever I'm with both of them, there's a lot of playful bickering, and they like to make fun of each other, but as soon as you mention food, they are completely on the same page, and they're best friends because of the food.
My favorite thing about Ash is that she is the best supporter. Like, constantly, no matter what I'm doing, she's going to be my #1 fan. I remember at the state volleyball game when I got asked to sing the national anthem, and she was beaming for me. It was like she was my mom. She was so happy for me. She'll always love whoever, and Jake is lucky to have her love for forever.
Jake and Ash are my family. I absolutely love every single time I spend time with them. I get to just regroup and refocus on what's really important in life, and they just have that effect on people. And I know that whatever I go to them for, they'll be exactly what I need in any given situation, and they've just been there for me for coming on 6 years. I just couldn't ask for better friends in the whole world.
I love everything about Ashlee. She's got the sweetest heart and loves everybody, and especially kids and animals, and she just has that good spirit, and everybody seems to like her.
I love how real she is with everyone and how sweet she is and caring.
What I admire about Ashlee and Jake is how supportive they are of each other, the love they share for each other, that they've always shown. They support each other 100% in everything. It's just really fun to see that they really deeply care about each other.
I love that he is my grandson. I love that he is a great big good boy. I love his hair and everything about him. And I love that he's playing on the Aggie football team.
My best marriage advice is to always keep a sense of humor, and it's something that is completely been said 1,000 times, and everybody tells you that, but it's so important. You have to laugh, because sometimes if you don't laugh, you will absolutely lose it.
Well, it would be to stay friends like they are right now, and don't quit courting each other just because you're married. They have a real good relationship. They're comfortable, they're relaxed, and they need to not do anything that would ever jeopardize that, because if they can stay friends and remember to still court each other, they'll be married for a long time.
Always be truthful to each other and always be forgiving. Watch your finances and just get along.
Marriage is like Buffalo Blast.
A lot of work, but worth it.
Sometimes it's really hot and spicy, but most of the time it's just a bunch of shredded up chicken. You know what? If you never go to bed angry, you'll be really tired. Really tired. Honey, you've got some advice. Let your wife do all the talking. That's good advice, too.
Yes. The wife is always right. Ashlee is always right.
As far as advice for in the future, I would say always try to live within your means. Make sure that you don't try to keep up with the Joneses or whatever you'd like to call it, but just live within your means and take care of each other the way you guys do now. And if you have a family one day, make sure you take care of your family that way, and you guys are truly loved by all of your family and everybody around you. And thanks for everything you guys do for us, and we hope you have a great marriage, and we love you guys.
It would be to be forgiving. Nobody's perfect, and that's how you learn.
I love you, Jake and Ash.
Love you, Jake and Ashlee.
I love you, Jake and Ashlee.
I love you, Jake and Ashlee.
I love you, Jake and Ash.
We love you, Jake and Ashlee.
Love you, Jake. Love you, Ashlee.
I love you, Jake and Ashley.
We love you, Jake and Ashlee.
I love you, Jake and Ashlee.
I love you, Jake and Ashlee. I'm so happy for you.
I love you, Jake and Ash. Congratulations.
Love you, Jake and Ash.
We love you, Jake and Ash.
Jake is hardworking and kind, and he is never grumpy. He is always smiling and happy, and that's something that I always really wanted in someone, is just to always be positive in a situation. And I think that's really important because I feel like I can be negative a lot, and he always, everything I like him negative about, he just easily makes it like, why would you be negative about that? And it makes sense, so I follow along with him. And he is like always the life of the party. Everyone loves to be around him, and so it's fun because he's always with me, so it's like I always got that. He makes me I never have a doubt that he loves me. He always makes sure to show that, and like I've never questioned his love, even though I'm crazy sometimes, but that's just me being crazy, that's not him. And he treats my family and friends how I would want to be treated, and he's so kind and loving to them. He's really good with kids, and he's gonna be like such a cute dad, cutest dad ever. And he just loves me a lot.
I don't know, I love everything about Ashlee, but if I had to think of one thing that I love the most, it's probably just how selfless she is. She's always putting others before herself, and it's really taught me to be more empathetic, and I'm just drawn to her because of that.
I don't think I ever really thought that I wasn't going to marry him, just always along. Okay, maybe like the first 6 months when I was like 13 and I didn't know. I don't know how old I was. Like I was like, oh yeah, he's cute. But like, I guess since like my sophomore year, I think, just never thought that we would not be together. So I guess there wasn't really a question about that. I just knew we would get married, always.
I don't know, it was really early on when I like pretty much knew, but the moment that I was just like, damn, I'm never gonna find anybody like her was my freshman year of football. We got like this thing that's called fall camp. It's pretty shitty, but she just like really helped me through it, and there were days I'd come home, I was kind of struggling, I was like, I don't know if it's right for me, if football's ready, if I'm ready for it. And she just really helped me get through that, and that was just huge for me to get to this point now, where just didn't really have a lot of self-confidence, and she really instilled that in me, and I think that was just the moment I was like, wow, I'm spending the rest of my life with her.